situation briefly. If you go on my channel and look at Message to the Black Man, Volume 5, I gave my thoughts and opinions, or I call them facts, about the Jordan Neely situation. But it's so funny, man. It's so funny, man, how these race hustlers, such as we know the names. I always say their names. I'm tired of saying their names, right? I'm tired of saying their names, bro. I despise them. I have a deep repugnance for them, and the reason why is because and anytime I hear a situation like I'm about to listen to with you guys, I'm gonna be honest. I got to be honest. I gotta be transparent with you guys. It's kind of disheartening. It's kind of disheartening, and it's kind of discouraging because it's like, when are my people gonna wake up? And I hate to say what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna stand on that. People like these individuals I'm about to mention and I'm about to play, and their supporters, they gonna have to do one or two things. They gonna have to be reformed and wake up out of their stupor, or they gonna have to be removed. And when I say removed, by any means necessary, because they holding our people back. They are crutch to our people, especially the new generation that's coming up. They dead weight. You must remove dead weight from your life. And the thing that I speak about in my message to the black man, my message to the black community series, the thing that I speak about on this channel, which is geared and prepared and directed towards the black community, black America. A lot of these things are not going to be put in place until we remove this dead weight from our community. People who worship, get their advice, and let athletes, rappers, these fake liberal black preachers, these fake so-called black leaders, these fake members of the Democratic Party that proclaim to so love black people, but yet they have never in history done anything for black people. You worship and believe and support these people, you cannot move forward with this movement. And as I said in my volume 16 of the Message to the Black Community, we got a 25-year window. And like I say, that's me saying that. That's grace I'm giving. It might not be that long. Before 2050, as a black community, we gonna be at that particular time. Between now and then, we gonna have to get this together. And in order for that to happen, we have to remove people like this degenerate I'm about to let speak. Now, I was listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson, so shout out Jesse Lee Peterson, man, today is birthday. And this man been speaking, of course he got some outrageous takes, but I agree with 90% of the stuff he say. It's not always how you say something, but it's what you say. And we know that in our community, if you're not in our community, we so overly emotional, and besides, we don't like to take accountability. But not only is it that, we so overly emotional that if you telling us something in a rough way, we won't accept it. And so he been telling the black community for 30 plus years to wake up. The stuff I'm just starting to talk about, he been talking about for 30 years. The man's 74 years old today. I hope he get to see the new black America. I don't know if he will, but I hope he do. Because he been going through, he been speaking on this for 30 years. And so on the day I was watching this show, and this particular segment came up about one of those people I despise, and his name is Al Sharpton. Eulogizes this brother, Jordan Neely. And like I said, I gave my thoughts and opinions about that in my volume 5 of Message to the Black Community. Much love to the brother, man. My condolences to the family. That's just an unfortunate situation. Daniel Penny got what he deserved. No disrespect. I respect Daniel Penny. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact, if my mother would have been on that train, um, I would have wanted somebody to stand up and protect her. But at the same token, you can't just go around choking people out and they die. I understand that he didn't want to kill Jordan Neely, but he restrained him, and during his restraint, Jordan Neely died. So it was right that he got charged with manslaughter, because manslaughter is the intent to impose bodily harm without killing the person, but the person end up dying. So he'll be okay. He raised almost $3 million since then. He's constantly raising money. So he gotta pay. He gotta take care. He gotta go through his process of what he gotta go through. So I want to put that out there. Like I say, you want to hear my thoughts and opinions about that? Message to the Black Man, Volume 5. I uploaded it. But I want to speak on this degenerate, this scum of the earth, this POS, Al Sharpton, and how he hate black people. And we so, not all of us, because I don't even like to say we, but I'm saying we because I mean I'm a part of the black community. I'm a part of Black America. We so brainwashed, dumbed down, ignorant for the most part that we think people like him, Jesse Jackson, Barack Obama, LeBron James, and the rest of these fake social justice warriors who call themselves, or the rest of these fake celebrities, whether it be members of the Democratic Party, um, the black and white, the congressmen and women of the Democratic Party, whoever they is who so-called love black people but not telling black people what they really need to do to fix their situation, but yet telling them it's everybody else but them. Anytime a black person is killed by a white man or a police officer, it's a whole hoopla and all this and all that. But when a black on black crime, which is outrageous, going on every day in the inner cities across America, these people are nowhere to be found. They nowhere to be found. Not even to help pay for funeral expenses, if anything. We know they can't get no race hustle off of it because it's gonna be. But at least they could do is try to help out with funeral expenses. No, these people have to put up GoFundMe. These people have to sell plate lunches, etc. They can care less. They can't make no money off it. They can care less. But my main issue with these people is, my issue is really with their supporters, but it's with them, because I understand that most people, most people in this world, and it's not just a race thing. It's just most people are go along to get along. Most people don't think for themselves. Most people just in this life just follow just one cloud to the next. School, college, work. School, college, work. School, college, work. And it's just like they in a matrix, and they don't have time to stop and think for themselves. And my issue with that is they follow these people. They think these people love them, and what that does is they continue to vote and support these people and make them more wealthy and powerful, while they're not doing anything to help you or your son or your grandson, unless he is killed by a white man and he can monetize the whole situation. So I want to play this clip, and of course, I'm going to chime in.
Nation at all, because you can't convince angry people that they are wrong. You can't convince the devil that he's wrong. So why explain it? Why uh why even apologize to the devil? Angry people are of their father, the devil. They are evil, and you can't convince them at all. You shouldn't, that they're wrong, and you shouldn't try to convince them. Inside of your mind, your imagination, or outside of you, inside of others. That was a powerful statement, but most of the people who are angry, they're not going to accept that. They get a false pleasure out of not accepting it. You cannot convince an angry person or people that they're wrong. Look how long America has been trying to convince the blacks that they are free. They are no longer uh, slavery ended over 150 years ago, and that the only enslavement they are into now is in their imagination and the Democratic Party. They are slave to the Democrats. They are slave to the radical liberal women. They are slave to the radical um, so-called LGBTQ group, because all these people use the blacks to push their agenda, pretending that it's racism and they need civil rights. But the blacks think they are being loved when they're really being hated. So
Hated, used, and exploited. Let's not leave that out.
God bless him, but Daniel, but he didn't have to give his opinion. He didn't have to say that out to the public. Those who already believe that, know that what's going on, they're already satisfied. They know how bad things are with the blacks toward the whites, and not all the blacks, of course. They already know. Let me show you what race hustlers look like. And it's interesting too, when these incidents happen between the whites and the blacks, these people know exactly who to go to help push the lie for personal gain. They know exactly who to go to. And I'm not sure if they look for these people or these people look for them, but they know who to go to. The devil knows his own when he sees it. This is from Forbes. Al Sharpton delivered a eulogy for Neely, saying we should not ignore how he died. Watch this from CBS.
What happened to Jordan was a crime. Jordan was not annoying someone on the train. Jordan was screaming for help. There was no.
And you know another thing, when I speak about this, man, I gotta keep myself intact. I don't curse or none of that, and I got a very, very deep repugnance for this man, bro. But I will say this here: it's so funny about these type of black individuals. They so funny to me. They not only do I despise them, not only do I have a deep repugnance for them, but I laugh at them because they clowns. And they so disingenuous, and what's so crazy about it is, and I know it's God. I thank God that he woke me up to their foolishness. But I just don't see how black people have been following, supporting these people for years. Let's be honest about it. Let's speak on the elephant in the room. We know. Let's be honest about it. Let's be honest about it. As blacks, we know how black families work. We know how black people is. Let's not play this game like we don't. We know people like George Floyd, Jacob Blake, and all these criminals that get caught up in situations with police, or even in this situation with Jordan Neely, right? And I understand he got a pass and all that there, but I'm not gonna speak. What he did in the past is what he did. The brother been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in my message to the Black Man Volume 5, which was strictly about Jordan Neely. The brother lost his mama when he was in the ninth grade, I believe. His stepfather killed his mama, chopped her up, put her in a suitcase. The brother have went through a lot of things. Am I justifying some of the things that he was found guilty of and whatever? No, I am not. But I just like to put stuff like that in perspective, bro. That's why we gotta help our black people. That's why we gotta help our black men and stop being so judgmental toward them. But that's what I'm about to speak on. We know how these black families work. We know how black families is to the quote unquote black sheep. We know how black families would have treated Jordan Neely. We know how black families would have treated George Floyd. We all got a George Floyd, a Jordan needed in our family, and we know how we treat them, especially when we quote unquote got a little success going on, especially when we did well in life, whether we educated, got our own business. We know how we treat our lower frequency, can't get right family members. And this clown here is no different. I'm sure, because we know in black families there's always that one or two or three. He got them in his family, and I bet they can't get a penny out of it. I bet they can't get no help out of it, and I just wish they would come forward. But that's another story for another day, because I don't have proof about what I'm saying. But I'm almost positive it's somebody in his family that he don't even deal with. But here it is, he talking about we should have helped him. And I agree. If I'd have been on that subway, I would have told the brother, what can I'd have tried to help the brother. You want some food, you want some money? Here's $5 to get you something to eat. Here's $10 to get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he wouldn't have calmed down after that, then that'd have been on him and whatever else happened. But it's so funny how he's. Let me rewind this a little bit so we can get with you about how we should help. Man, you don't help people in your own family. You don't help, and that I can't prove. With all the money you done accumulated in the years with the race hustling, you would think he would help families who get black on. You would think he would help families who victims of black on black crime. You would think he would help families when they got a grandson or a grandchild sitting in the house at his grandmother's house, and a bullet fly in because he's staying in a black neighborhood, and they gunfighting, and a stray bullet go in and hit him in the head and kill him while he was playing his Xbox. Right? You would think he would help those people out, but he don't help them out, and he not a voice for them. He don't have nothing to do with them because it doesn't fit his narrative of the quote unquote white man this, white man that. Right? And he know he can't monetize that. But when it comes to a situation where there's a white man on a black man or a cop on a black man, he do all this. But my issue with it is nobody is questioning. If you care about blacks so much and love black people so much like you say, why is it you not speaking about? I understand you can't be everywhere at one time, but why is you not telling black people to keep their families together and drop and try to alleviate that 70% of children being born without father? Why ain't you speaking, telling black people, look, when you have any type of interaction with police, I don't care what take place, comply, and if they violate your right, I'll be there to stand up for you, and I'll put money in your legal defense to sue them. Why ain't you telling black people to stop killing each other, stop aborting their babies, which we lead the nation in? Here a whole generation of black men and women have been killed in the womb. Why ain't you speaking on those things? When somebody love you, they don't ponder to you and blame everybody else for your problem. They tell you what you doing. They tell you to look in the mirror. And I always tell this to people. I use the analogy of children. If you have children and you love your children, you discipline your children. Whether it be through punishment, whippings, whatever it is, you discipline your children when they do wrong. You don't tell them, oh, it's the teacher's fault. Oh, it's the student's fault. Oh, it's this person's fault. And if you do, your child is going to stay horrible and they're going to get worse. And that is what has happened to the black community of black America. We are getting worse because nobody is telling us to do what we need to do. This is why I made volume 16 one of my most important volumes in the message to the black community. We need to catch our corner. We need to segregate ourselves from everybody else, figure out what we got going on, fix ourselves, and we will be once we re-enter to society and start back dealing with other people, we'll be to fixed ourselves and see that it wasn't nobody else the whole time. It was us. It's a us versus us situation. And these race hustlers will never speak about that. And they misleading our people generation after generation. And this is why I don't use the word hate, but I despise these people, man.
Language, nobody was threatened. And you grab them and put them in a chokehold. Because when they choked Jordan, they put their arms around all of us. All of us have the right to live. If Jordan was impersonating Elvis Presley, if Jordan had been a different race, and they had him impersonating Elvis, and a black guy put Elvis impersonator in a chokehold, and two black guys held him down. They would not have let that black guy leave the precinct that night. We can't live in a city where you can choke me to death with no provocation, no weapon, no threat, and you go home and sleep in your bed while my family got to put me in a cemetery. There must be equal justice under the law. So if we look angry, we are. But we're not mad. You're between going mad and being angry. Yes, we're angry. Because we're at another funeral we shouldn't have had to be at. Yes, we're angry. Because you see our children as objects rather than human. Yes, we're angry. Because you keep choking us to...
If they see us as objects and not people, what do we see ourselves? We kill each other far more, not even close to where a cop and a white person do. So if they see us as less than people, where do we see ourselves, Reverend Al? Joke.
Death, rather than living and building us up. And we won't stop till we change this nation. We won't stop till we change this city. We won't stop until the Jordans get help. When they scream, we gonna help them, not choke them. We gonna stand up. There'll be no justice. There'll be no peace.
And you know who worse than him? The people who in there shouting and clapping and cheering him on, bro. I'm talking about it. The old crazy saying people say it grind my gears. That people is in there clapping and cheering this man for telling them a bunch of lies and pondering to them. But it says a whole bunch about our community and why some of us, these people in there, they not going. They not going. Either they gonna have to die off, because the Most High is not even gonna allow us to take them in the next. They can't go whenever the shift come, which is already here. The shift is already here spiritually. Everything happens spiritually before it happened physically. The shift is already here, and that's why more and more black people are waking up, especially a lot of younger blacks. But I'm saying those people who in there cheering and hooping and hollering about what he all this rhetoric he just got through speaking, they dead weight. They not they it's not even on us. The Most High not gonna allow them to enter in this physical shift, because it's already happened spiritually. This is why the scriptures say, because they believe a lie, I have released them under a strong delusion. A lot of these people under a strong delusion because they believe the lie and there's no help for them. They can't come. They're going to either have to die off or they just going to have to be left behind. But when this shift take place, of this black rulership, they not a part of that because they believe the lies. They believe that the white man is superior to them, the Jewish man is superior to them. They don't believe that they can be equal and surpass these people. They don't believe that. They don't believe that. And people like this, who is doing great, children doing great, staying in great neighborhoods, had a great, successful life, telling them that they can't do it because the white man. But somehow he beat the white man.
Wow, that's an evil male right there. He's evil. Talking about evil, that's through the core. And those blacks are hooping and hollering and carrying on in a church about hating. We, who's we? And why, so the blacks who are killing blacks, those are not your children?
Nope.
How come it's only your children when it's white on black? Have you ever thought about that? But blacks killing blacks, they ain't your children. They ain't having no funeral hooping and hollering.
He not even going to show up or contribute.
And that was a dumb example. Somebody impersonated Elvis rather than saying on the train, according to the report, I go to jail. I ain't scared to go to jail. I'm going to get me some food. Whatever you were saying. Al Sharpton is evil. And those people who were standing there applauding Al Sharpton are evil as well. All in the name of Jesus. That's pure, unadulterated evil. And according to the reports, some of the witnesses, he did threaten the people. That is evil what Al Sharpton is doing, and it's evil for those people to stand there in church, all in the name of Jesus, and applaud evil. They should say, well, Al, when you finish here, you're going right outside the church there and preach about those blacks who are killing each other. Are those your children?
Nope. Don't care.
But a lot of people, they see what's going on with this guy and people like him, Al Sharpton.
Not enough though. Not enough. See, especially us.
This is why you got do what you want, but you need to become your own man, your own woman. Because of people like this, why would you follow any man? This is what you get.
Yup.
You should be following
God.
what's right. And you're not going to know what that is until you overcome the anger of the heart. And right will present itself to you. You don't even know what it is until you overcome evil. That's evil what this man is doing. And just think about it. Black on white violence is more common than white on blacks. Black on black violence is more common than white on blacks. You know that. But no funerals, no whooping and hollering, no nothing. Dead silence. Oh, but all of a sudden they care when one black guy get whatever by a white person. But a lot of people, they see where this is going, where it's coming from, and the type of people who are pushing anger. You gotta overcome anger if you want to see and be free as to what's going on around you. Al Sharpton is a wicked, evil, race hustling male.
Exactly, because he ain't no man. He is not a man.
Our people. But thank God, as I said, there are people who are seeing the reality of what's going on. This is from Fox Business. More than 55,000.
And I'm gonna close out on this one, man. But I just wanted to just bring this to the forefront. I wanted to bring quote unquote Brother Al in front of the congregation today. Just to expose him, and which is I got several. I could do this all day with Al Sharpton. I can make a whole channel exposing Al Sharpton. This man is a complete joke, man. I despise this man, and there's no helping him because at this point he didn't grew successful and powerful by doing what he's doing. So he's only going to keep doing it. He's not going to stop. There's no such thing as he going to stop. He got a reprobated mind. He is not a man of God. God is not with him, and it's just sad, man. It's sad that my people, Black American, the black community of Black America, love and respect and support this evil, wicked. I'm trying to find a word for it, cause evil and wicked is just don't do him enough justice. Evil and wicked don't do him enough justice. I don't know what to say about him, and I need to stop saying man because he is not a man. A man don't. If he was would represent a man, I wouldn't want to be a man. And hell, you're asking what a man is, he probably don't even know because you know how the Democrats move. You know how they think. You know how they operate. They don't know what a man and a woman is all of a sudden. But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring this to the congregation, bring this to the front of the building. I mean, front of the church, because he's a so-called reverend, and this man, bro, is scum of the earth, man. And he do not care about nobody black except his private children and himself. That's it. He don't care about you, black man or black woman. Black people, stop being used and exploited by these people, bro. You worrying about the white man and the Jew and all these other people. They may be getting a piece of the pie off of your foolishness too. But you got somebody who look like you, quote unquote, and he has infiltrated you to believe that he actually love and care about you, but he worse than a white man. Somebody in your family doing you wrong is worse than somebody that's not your family. This person is a black man that look just like y'all. A black. Let me stop saying man. He's a black male, and he using you more and abusing you more than the white man, the Jewish man, or anybody could ever do. Because these other people are not abusing you. These other people are not holding you back, and they have only thing they doing is capitalizing off your nigga nonsense. They capitalizing off you not knowing who you are, so you constantly self-destruct, black man and black woman. That's all they doing. But he doing it too. And like I said, it would make him worse doing it because he black just like us. And what pisses me off so much about it is that so many black people across the United States think this man actually love and care about them when he doing them worse than anybody else because he look like them and he the one who's supposed to be telling them the right and the wrong way and how to fix their community because he have the answers. He know what to do. He know the thing to speak on, but he will not speak about them because he wants you to keep going to police and getting killed, so he can have another eulogy to speak at, another way to get money, power, and wealth, perceived power and wealth. Because if he don't get it together when he leave here, he gonna have a power and a wealth, all right. When he fall into the hands of the Most High, he gonna see that all he did was waste his time. That's why the scriptures say, what does it gain a man to gain the world and lose his soul? This man does not have a soul. The devil got it. The devil owns it. And it's so many black people that support this man, and it sets a fire inside of me to know that because this man don't care about nobody black. That man don't care about nobody black. I guarantee you that man got people in his own family he don't care about. And like I said, the white man ain't the problem, but if the white man was the problem, he worse than the white man because he black. And he using us and exploiting us for perceived power and wealth. But that's it on this, man. I'm gonna close this out on that, man. But y'all be blessed. Thank y'all for listening. Like, comment what you think about this, and subscribe to my channel, man. I got heat coming.
Listen.